All right, YouTube, we got a little something different for you today on the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a 2021 Lincoln Navigator. Let's take a look. Like I said, this is a 2021 Lincoln Navigator. Now this is going to be a full-size SUV, so it has three full rows of seats, as well as full storage space in the rear for all of your luggage. And as I get close with the key fob, the car will open up and try to greet me. Here's the key fob. If you give it a lock and 2 clicks right here, starts right up. Also located on the key is your unlock, trunk release, and your horn or emergency. Now, even though the car is on, it is still not started yet, so you still have to press the start button and everything engages. As you can see, fuel economy is not the best in this thing. I have been averaging around 15 miles to the gallon. This does have a twin turbo V6. Right here you have your display, as well as all of your other buttons I will go through shortly. All right, now we're going to go over some of the features. Here, located on the steering wheel, you have your controls for your media to select your either your radio stations or the next track on your MP3 player or what have you. This is your volume control. Right here you can see you have your cruise control settings. So this is your cancel, on and off, your set, resume, and also once you set your speed, you can increase or decrease your speed right here. In the middle here is your distance marker located right here on the dash. So as I press this to increase or decrease, you can see the distance increases or decreases behind you and the vehicle in front of you. When you're driving, a vehicle will show up right here on the display. On this side here, this controls the center portion of your screen for your trip or your MPG, trailer towing info, tire pressure info. And then also you have right here your voice control, your phone controls, your display control, media, audio, navigation, and your settings. Now all of these controls display what you see here, and that's what changes. So you can go through each one of these settings here. Now to go from left to right across the cabin, we'll start here. Right here you have your seat controls. Now these seats have a myriad of functions. As you can see, the top can move, so can the backrest, your lumbar support, and each leg individually will move up and down. All of those controls are right here for your top, lumbar, your leg support, your thigh support. A little hard to see with the reflection. There you go. And then your lumbar support right here. Now going a little lower down here, It's a little bit of a stretch from a normal seating position, but you have your unlock, lock, your window controls, and your side mirror controls. Located a little lower, you have your fog light controls, your automatic headlight controls, your dim switch for your interior lights, your rear tailgate control, and then also this button right here controls your foot pedal, gas pedal, brake pedal distance. So as you can see, I'm pressing it to go lower or to go closer to where I am. This is very beneficial if you are a shorter individual and you have trouble reaching the pedals. Now, moving away from the screen, you have your start stop button right here. You have your gear selectors, park, reverse, neutral, drive, air conditioning vents. You have a touch screen infotainment system right here. And this goes through all of the settings that you have. You have down here your audio control to turn off or on, to select your next track or your next radio station, your source. This vehicle also does come equipped with Apple CarPlay. You have your air conditioning controls right down here, as well as volume, nice tactile feel. This has ventilated and heated seats, both passenger and driver seats. Over here you have wireless charger, as well as USB-C and USB inputs, and also cigarette lighter right down here. On this side you have your 2 cup holders, as well as another holder for maybe a cell phone or the vehicle's key that you can put in here. And then down here you have your drive mode selector. Now you have a couple of settings. As I turn it, you'll see you have normal, slippery for ice or snow, deep conditions for deeper snow or mud, and going the opposite way you have conserve, which is your fuel efficient mode, and your excite, which is going to be your sportiest setting. Now right here you have auto stop start, which is deactivated now that this button is off. Once it's in this setting right here, that means it has the ability to turn off or turn back on as the vehicle should choose. Right here you have your parking assist, and that is off or on if you want to have your parking assist. This is also your parking assist, but this will help you park. This will just alert you if you need to park and you're getting too close to an object. This will actually, if you press this button here, give you a few options to either parallel park, reverse into a parking spot, or to pull out of a parking spot left or right. And then the last function over here is your automatic hold. So your automatic hold will basically, once you hit the brake, it will hold the brake pedal down, and you can release the brake pedal if you're sitting in traffic. To disengage it, you no longer have to hit the brake. All you have to do is hit the gas pedal and the vehicle will start cruising by itself. And right here is your emergency parking brake. Now, one thing I forgot to mention are your stock controls for your windshield wipers. You have the rear windshield wiper on the side, your intensity right here in the middle for the front, your intensity for the rear. And on this side, you have your lane keep assist right here, as well as your high beams and your turn signals. These are important, people. We got to use them. Now, once you are at a lower speed or about to reverse into a parking spot, this will automatically come up, but these are your camera controls. And as I said before, this is a touch screen, so that shows the front view, that shows your front three cameras, and then this is your 360 bird's eye view right here, and your front. All right, And lastly, you have your center console. You have a switch on either side, which you can open, that reveals a large storage compartment down underneath. It is pretty cavernous. You can fit quite a few things down here if you need to. Now working our way upwards, you have the rearview mirror. You have a few controls up here at the top. This will control all of your dome lights, your interior lights. This will turn them off. This right here is your door opening light switch. So if the door opens and you want the lights to turn on, you press this button. If you don't, you press this button again. Right here is your switch for your sunroof. And this does have a panoramic sunroof. These are your shade controls. And then this is your rear seat headrest control. So if you press that button, the headrest will fold down on the third row seats. So right here for your shade, to close it, press that button. And it will close halfway. Press it again, and we'll close the rest of the way. Now, as you can see, I'm in the front seat and I have plenty of room in front of me, on the sides, and in the rear. There's also plenty of room back there. So let's go ahead and go back there and take a look. I have my seat positioned to where it is for me and where I am comfortable, and plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. There are also rear controls back here. This does come equipped with heated seats for both of these captain's chairs in the rear, as well as their own air conditioning vents. This can be controlled up at the front though. And if we go to the third row, it is a little snug. It is a little snug as far as leg room, but headroom, comfort, space. If there's 2 adults in the back, 3 children, should be perfectly fine. Also comes with USB charger and electronic seat recline for back here in the rear, and height adjustment. The seat belt for this rear seat in the middle is located up here at the top. This seat that I'm in has a seat belt on this side, and so does this one right here on this side. But for the center, you will need to release this seat belt up here at the top to latch it down at the bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trunk. For ease of use while getting out of here, if there's no one in front of you, obviously, you can always recline this forward and it slides forward, allowing you access out to grab the handle. Now let's go ahead and hit the key fob to see if we can open up the trunk. As I said before, even with the 3 rows, there's plenty of room here for full-size luggage to be able to fit behind these rows. And should you need to fold these seats down, you have controls right here for both sides. Now this is going to be for the second row, this is going to be for the third row. So if you push this center button here, it will take the entire row and lay it forward and flat. Also have to make sure seat belts are not in the way. This is very cavernous for the size of this vehicle. There is plenty of storage space here. Also, this has a power tailgate. Now let's take a look under the hood. As I said before, this is a twin turbo V6 sitting here under the hood. Now, one feature that's often overlooked is the assisted parking feature. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So the button to engage that is going to be located right here. You're going to press that. You're going to get prompted on the screen here. Now, you can either parallel park, reverse into a parking spot, or pull forward out of a parking spot once you've parallel parked in there. Right now, we're going to use the reverse into a parking spot feature. So I'm just going to cruise along with my foot on the brake slowly along some other vehicles that are parked. And it's searching for a spot. Once it indicates that it found a spot for me, it's going to say, please drive forward. So we're going to pull forward just a little more. We're going to go into reverse, and you ease the brake shift into drive. The car is turning the wheel by itself. Stop. Go into reverse, and it's going to continue to back up into the space unassisted. It did not do a good job here. So it's going to drive forward to straighten up. Go back into reverse. Now it's going to straighten up in between both vehicles. So that way you're perfectly even. Let's try out the 0 to 60. Now this vehicle does have dynamic lane keep assist and active cruise control. So as I get closer to the vehicle in front of me, you'll see that the vehicle starts to slow down by itself. I am not engaging the brake or the gas pedal, but my foot is close, just in case I need to take over. Also, my hand is always near the wheel or on it. Now, being particular to Audi, this vehicle does not really keep me in the lane as much as an Audi would, because it tends to veer off to the left or to the right a little more than keeping me in the center at all times. At night is when the light show does begin. Once you get close with the key, the car will present you and unlock. The side rails come down and the Lincoln emblem is illuminated below, as well as the door handles are illuminated. Lincoln here at the bottom, and interior illuminated.
To see more content like this, comment down below what we should review next, and don't forget to subscribe.